So for today's video, I am going to be talking about some of the truths about college. And the reason why I wanted to make a video like this is because I feel like there are a lot of misconceptions about what college is really like. I know for me, being in college for about 2.5 years now, I've realized that when I graduated high school, I thought that college was going to be a lot different. So most of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video are things that I wish I knew before I actually started college, but you can only really know if you experience it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, and I hope that you guys enjoy the video. The first truth about college is that it's not outrageously difficult compared to high school. I feel like a lot of people dread starting college because they think that they're not going to have any time for themselves and that teachers aren't going to be willing to help them, but from my experiences, that is far from the truth. Every single teacher that I've ever had in college has been willing to help me if I asked them to, and whenever I had a problem, they were willing to help me work it out. So I don't necessarily think that's the thing that you have to worry about. I think the only reason why college is a little bit harder than high school is because it's different, and obviously it takes you a while to adjust to something that you're not used to. It's different in the fact that you might be away from your family for long periods of time, and it's different in the fact that you have a lot more freedom in college. In high school, you might have had teachers pushing you to do your work, but in college, that's really not what happens. How you do is based off of how much effort you put into everything. So I don't think you have to worry that college is this overwhelming place. A lot of people might try to convince you that it's really overwhelming compared to high school, but I think the only thing that's different is just that it takes you a little bit of time to get used to it because it's not something that you've ever really experienced before. The next truth about college is that registration week is one of the most stressful weeks of the semester. I know that a lot of people think that midterm week and finals week are the most stressful weeks, but I would argue that because choosing classes that all fit into a schedule is really, really scary. You might have 2 classes that you have to take that are offered at the same exact time, so you can't take one of them. Plus, you have to worry about classes being filled up. So people during registration week are like vultures, basically. They rush off to their advisor's office so they can set up their registration time as early as they can, and then the people who are not as quick, this person right here, are left with all the classes that really no one wants, at times when no one wants, like 8 o'clock in the morning. If I had to compare what registration week felt like to something else that really sucks, I would imagine it would feel a little bit like the Hunger Games. The next truth about college is that people do not magically mature when they get to college. One of the main reasons why I was so excited to graduate high school is because I was sick of hearing about girls talking about one another behind each other's backs, and I was sick of going to school with people who I felt like I had nothing in common with. I had my main group of friends in high school, but that was it. So I thought that when I graduated and started college that people would just change a little bit because, we were in this next step of our lives now. But God, was I wrong. People still get talked about behind their backs. There's still drama, like you went and slept with that girl and I really liked her. How could you do that? We're not friends anymore. Like drama between everybody. Girls and guys, guys and guys, girls and girls, everything that you could ever imagine, everything you're sick of hearing about still happens in college. But, I guess what can you do? Another truth about college is that it's not all about partying, believe it or not. It's not the only thing that people do, and it's not the only thing that you'll ever have time for. Now, don't get me wrong, I am all for a good party because you're only young once. After you graduate, you have a job, a bunch of bills, a bunch of added responsibilities, so you may as well just live it up while you're young. But I feel like if you party too much, you just lose sight of the fact that you really are in college to get a degree, and you pay a lot of money to get that degree. You can go to every crazy party there ever was, and you can have as much fun as you've ever had in your entire life, but at the end of the day, you still have that test to study for, and you still have that paper that you have to write, and you're never going to get the most out of your college experience if you forget the academic part, because that is the part that is going to pay the bills, not your bad GPA because you drink and party too much. Totally something a mom would say, but completely true at the same time. The final truth about college that I have for you guys is that buying textbooks doesn't have to break the bank for you. It doesn't have to cost you a ton of money. One of the things that I do every semester is I rent my textbooks, and I'm not sure how many people know that you can do that, but it is a great way to save hundreds of dollars every semester. If you buy new textbooks every semester, it adds up. But renting is a really cheap alternative to help you save some of your money that you might have worked really hard for. So some of the online textbook rental websites that I've used are barnesandnoble.com and chegg.com, and I've had really great experiences with both of those. All you do is you pick your textbook, you rent it for the amount of time that you're going to be in the semester, and then at the end of the semester when it's over, you just send them back to the company. And if before your class actually starts you find that you don't need your textbook anymore, you're not satisfied with it, you can just send it back and they will give you a full refund for it. You don't have to pay for shipping back because there's already this prepaid shipping label that you just put on the box. So it's really, really easy. I've been using chegg.com for a couple of semesters now, ever since I started college, really. The cool thing about chegg.com is that when you rent textbooks with them, they actually plant a certain amount of trees. And I think to this day they've planted like 5 million trees or something like that, which is really amazing. So I would definitely recommend renting from them. I've had nothing but great experiences. Renting textbooks is a great thing if you know that after the class is over, you're never going to look at your textbook again. So all of my textbooks that I've rented, I've sent back. I don't have them sitting around my house. I don't have to worry about selling them to anyone else. It's just a really easy thing for you guys to do. So guys, those are all of my truths about college. If you're someone who is in college at this very moment, then I hope that you were able to relate to this video a little bit, or if you're someone who is going to be in college, either very soon or in the very distant future, doesn't matter. I hope that this video was somewhat helpful for you. Also, if you're someone who has been through college before and you can think of any other truths about college that you learned from your experiences, then please leave a comment down below because I would really love to read them, and I think that it would be helpful for anyone else who is watching the video. So, I think that that's going to be it for today, but I hope you guys have an absolutely terrific day, and I will see you in my next video. I want to scream because I cannot find my words. This is about the 10th time that I've tried to get out what I wanted to say, and it just did not sound like a human being was talking. Oh my god. I'm calm.